our senior political correspondent for the Daily Express, Christian Calgie, and political journalist Katrine Stewart. So welcome back to both of you. And we're kicking off this section looking at the front of the Sunday Express. Their headline is NHS tourists fleecing our hospitals for £200 million. Give us the detail.
Yeah, so obviously the NHS is in financial dire straits, and Freedom of Information requests have discovered that NHS tourists, people flying here from abroad to use the NHS for free and then clearing off without paying the invoice, has hit £200 million. That's around £110,000 per hospital per day. But the real figure may actually be higher, because the 200 million figure only relates to when the NHS has actually created an invoice and it's gone unpaid. And a lot of hospitals don't bother even doing invoices because they know that it's not going to be paid. So people, say, are flying in, using the services, and then going abroad, which I just think is astonishing. And the Tories promised to crack down. Clearly didn't happen. Labour didn't mention health tourism, so I doubt anything will happen. But I think Brits will be pretty annoyed, and actually losses are up 12%. In the year 2024 compared to 2023, so it's going up.
Well, yes, and they talk about foreigners and former UK residents who have been coming back. I mean, this is clearly a lot of money, £200 million. I think that's over 5 years, isn't it? I suppose compared to the overall budget of the NHS, which is something like £200 billion a year, it's a small amount, but still people will be very frustrated if they feel that people are getting something for free which they should be paying for.
Yes, I'm sort of left with more questions than answers from this piece. I'd like to see the figures drilled into, because I'm wondering, the UK has reciprocal agreements with a lot of other countries whereby we can use each other's health services. So if you're on holiday and you take on one, you can go and use the local health service for free. So I'm wondering where these people are coming from who are using our NHS. Is it emergency situations? Is it when we're talking about former UK citizens? Is it people who are coming back to visit family and they end up unwell? Or is it people who are specifically coming here to use the NHS because we have this worldwide reputation of having a free healthcare service? We don't really know the detail behind it. There is a suggestion, though, that there's going to be a crackdown, but if people are coming here and they genuinely don't have any money and they want to use the NHS, then it's hard to see how that money is going to be recouped. But I think we do need to be able to extend medical care to people who actually do need it.
There is also a health surcharge, isn't there, for people who aren't...
Well, I mean, this is the point. Yes, there is a fee to pay, and if you're uninsured and you come and use the service, you should be receiving an invoice. But the point is that there's no enforcement and no collection in place. I just wonder if the government should start advertising just how terrible the NHS is abroad, and then maybe people would stop coming here to use it.
Well, that's another element. It is quite astonishing when all we hear are relentlessly bad headlines about the NHS that anyone would want to come and use it.
Fly to Britain and spend 10 hours in A&E, yes.
Take us to The Guardian next. Oh, it's not actually The Guardian, it's The Observer, isn't it? Presumably.
Yes.
Which is not part of the Guardian group anymore. It says on my list Guardian, I'm using excuses. This is about the gender pension gap. So talk us through what they're saying.
Well, again, you're left with more questions than answers, but this is why we are now going to apparently be having a new Pensions Inequalities Commission looking at this issue. So women are saving about half of what men are saving for their pensions, and that is a long-standing inequality, but apparently the gap is widening and it has become particularly bad over the past 5 years. And we know that women save less into their pension pots because they tend to have gaps in their career because they're having children, they come back part-time after they've had children, and the pay gap still exists, so women earn less to be saving. But there are issues with people opting out of the automatic enrolment into pensions. So more than 18 million working age people are not saving anything at all into a pension. And of course, we have an ageing population, so this is storing up problems for further down the line. So the government is going to be investigating why people aren't saving and working out what they have to do to encourage people to put money past.
That sounds like sensible. I mean, is the onus on employers to make sure that people sign up or for decent deals on their pension?
I mean, I suppose employers can't force people to pay into the pension. There's another astonishing stat here, which is not just the sort of the women gap, but the ethnic gap. only one in four people of working age from Pakistani and Bangladeshi ethnic groups are saving into a pension. And then that means that they'll be relying on the state pension, which is just £10,000 a year. So goodness knows how big a problem this is going to be down the line. If 75% of all that ethnic group are relying on £10,000 a year, and then obviously we'll be hearing about poverty and cost of living problems down the line. So, yeah, I just think pensions as a whole, if you look at the public pension bill and all the rest, it's just the biggest ticking time bomb, and it's actually very scary to think about.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Take us on to an extraordinary story in The Telegraph. This is the story of an influencer that got a lot of attention during Wimbledon.
She did, yes. Absolute classic. She's beautiful, she's classy, she's posting top-level content on Instagram. She's described as an Instagram model. Her centre court outfits at Wimbledon were catching everybody's eye. It turns out she is, in fact, too good to be true. She doesn't exist. She is an AI-generated Instagram influencer, which is astonishing. It does say on the Instagram page that she isn't real, that she is AI-generated. And I wonder if that makes it more or less interesting that people know that she's not real and yet are still...
160,000, more than that,
yes,
followers,
165,000 followers,
Yeah.
and she has an AI-generated sister who has 266,000
She's being outshone.
Yeah, they'll be being outshone with each
The
other.
rivals. I think this is... it's a very interesting thought experiment, because everyone knows that influencers, real influencers, are fake anyway. You know, a lot of them are sort of paid to promote things, and their lives
Such a
are
cynic
perfectly curated. So actually, does it make a difference ethically whether an influencer is a real person or an AI bot? I suppose we're all just following them for the visual aesthetics.
I mean, if you're open about it.
If you're open about it, so yeah, I don't really care, but I'm sure it's putting a lot of other people out of work who may not be well qualified to do anything else. If I can be particularly mean.
Cynical and brutal.
Take us on to the story that taken up a lot of column inches and certainly a lot of video space on social media.
Yes.
This is the story about the Coldplay concert that... well, it's captured people's imagination as well as capturing something else as well.
Well, it has. So, I mean, I'm sure everyone watching has seen various versions of this, either in meme form or a video form. Obviously, this incredibly wealthy CEO caught having an affair at a Coldplay concert.
Well, we don't know that for sure, but
his wife has deleted her Instagram profile,
yeah,
it doesn't look great. He is now quit. He wasn't sacked, he was quit. Spokesman for the company board
We're actually out of time.
said so much. But yes, his wife could get 60 million quid.
Anyway, well, summed up, but we must move on. Thanks very, very much indeed.
Our app gives you the very best of Sky News wherever you are. Breaking news, videos and analysis.
Evidence of the crisis.
Podcasts, watching us live.
Live here from Washington.
Wherever you get your podcast.
All in one place. And all at just the touch of a screen. The Sky News app. Get the full story first.